Today, on my final day as Director of National Intelligence, I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents exposing how Dr. Fauci provided millions in taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research at the Wuhan lab, worked at politicized elements within the intelligence community to suppress the truth of the actions and to hide the virus lab leak origins, and lied to Congress while under oath in 2024.
Before the COVID pandemic, Dr. Fauci, as head of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, provided millions in U.S. taxpayer dollars to fund dangerous gain-of-function research on bat coronaviruses at the Wuhan Institute of Virology. Work which is now widely viewed as the source of the unintentional lab leak that sparked the pandemic. Now, in support of President Trump's maximum transparency mandate, today, on my final day as Director of National Intelligence, I'm releasing never-before-seen communications and documents that expose exactly how Fauci worked.
Fauci was pardoned by Biden? Well, who cares? Just unpardon him.
What does never before seen mean?
What?
How is that possible? What? Someone has had to have seen it, right?
You can't? Why not?
We're going to present it to the general public, never before seen.
Just do it anyway.
And what was it about the people who were looking at it that felt it was noteworthy? I'm just wondering. It's a simple question. When common sense isn't in the room, you have a hard time, rationalizing with those people about anything.
Now, these documents expose Fauci's
kind of throws the baby out with the bathwater, don't it?
Assessments on COVID-19, and how Fauci lied to Congress in 2024 when under oath he denied knowledge of or participation in discussions with intelligence officials about viral research. We also received testimony from multiple intelligence community whistleblowers who reported retaliation for challenging the intelligence community's manipulation of intelligence on the virus's origins. Once again, revealing a clear pattern of suppressing dissent, silencing critics, and burying the truth.
Isn't that what they said in the 90s?
Dr. Fauci's close relationships with the intelligence
in 2003,
enabled him to assume three key roles that shield him from scrutiny.
People getting killed.
First, Dr. Fauci
I know, it seems like, I don't know, ignore, and then throw in some kiddos who don't know much and capitalize on what the chaos is all about.
Wow.
Second, Dr. Fauci
who's been injured and oppressed. We have a lot of funding. Who's been injured and oppressed. No, fuck those people. They don't deserve it. They need to be locked up and medicated. That's how we get all our funding.
All of this in a
That's fucking insane.
deliberate attempt to cover up the truth.
Unbelievable, huh?
Shift the blame and
I don't know. I mean, people are living in a
Fauci's
freaking
own actions.
material.
Third, Dr. Fauci became the nation's pandemic pundit, and he publicly pushed lies, disinformation, and censorship using every platform available.
And they also shut
What's
down
of
and
monetary
destroyed the lives
value,
and reputations
really?
of anybody who disagreed with it. That's the other really big important component, is that the COVID censorship can never be forgotten.
Oh,
Now,
ego
could
can be
emails
material.
which are included in this release, the intelligence community almost always incorporated Fauci's recommendations. He promoted a fraudulent paper whose publication he helped prompt as legitimate information for intelligence community consideration. Senior analysts praised Dr. Fauci not as a policymaker, but as what they called an unbiased guide to the real coronavirus experts, while deliberately ignoring experts who might dissent from Fauci's narratives.
Yep.
Now, Fauci didn't stop.
Do a civil class action, guys. The way I would solve this, people are. It's crazy how I don't even know what to say.
There, he blatantly lied to Congress under oath during his 2024 testimony to the House Select Subcommittee on the Coronavirus Pandemic, denying that he ever spoke to any intelligence agency about COVID. Now, the correspondence I'm releasing today directly contradicts his sworn testimony. Now, we received statements from multiple whistleblowers revealing that the intelligence analysts who dared to challenge Dr. Fauci's COVID origin conclusions faced threats of retaliation, marginalization.
This happened to everybody. And they even tried to force this on social media platforms.
And many suffered career setbacks. For example, a contractor was terminated just days after coming forward to ODNI as a whistleblower. Another example, those who advocated for the lab leak hypothesis or expressed dissenting views were reminded by their managers that leadership would determine which analysts would be promoted and which would not.
Yeah.
The message was clear.
Implicit threats.
Go along or be punished. Senior leaders also sought to undermine whistleblowers by removing anonymity, which is required in the whistleblower process, as they made their complaints.
Well, that's convenient.
And also insisting that their managers or attorneys be present during ODNI meetings where these whistleblowers were coming forward with their testimony, obviously creating an atmosphere of intimidation. The COVID pandemic caused tremendous hardship and pain for millions of our fellow Americans and countless people around the world. Now, after years of lies and censorship and cover-ups, the American people deserve transparency, truth, and accountability. The tactics that were used to hide the truth are straight from the deep state playbook. Politicized self-serving leaders like Dr. Fauci covered up their own wrongdoing and abuses of power, manipulated intelligence, lied to Congress, and undermined a duty.
That's crazy. And people say, oh, well, they're pardoned, so you can't do anything about it. That is insane to me.
Like that?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
I don't know. Someone in class said it. They said ego can be ego can be material. You gotta say it material. If you say it material. I get what you're saying. It rhymes better if you use the ol. Material. Ego can be material. Because some people say material. See, ego can be material. Doesn't sound the same. Ego can be material. Anyway. It rolls through my conscious field nicer. I like that better.
So auto pin pardon? Well, I don't think you even need to think about that. Let me see this again.
Well, we just think it's sad. A lot of these people for years that have been screaming out about these things, and then you have these people in these high-level positions trying to report it like it's new, and look what we're finding out. It's like, yeah, we knew this back 2006, 7, 8, 9. Yet doctors and investigators were being targeted and killed, and a lot of you people turned your heads to the mandates they made to help get the Karens and the non-vaxxers and the bullies. Probably problems, too, in certain areas. I know. You don't want any retards and mongrels in your neighborhoods, right? You rich, good people. Nasty, nasty, sick fucks. It is. It's really sad that a lot of the people ignoring that are trying to capitalize on it. Just like with the fraud. Ignore, ignore, ignore. People were screaming out about this back in 2010. No child left behind in the shit these fucking druggies and sluts and dumb monkeys were doing. Fucking a lot of people. Using our children as little shields. I mean, when you see what they've been doing to these kids, that's not a life form, and it puts other people in danger. And then where does that leave them and others? Yeah, this is what these fucking people have been doing for years. And then they sue people. Yeah, it gets really old, doesn't it? It's a game they play. Make a wish, dude. Make a fucking wish. But it's real life, too. As you can see, it affects a lot of people. I know. When you have the children's cancer facilities filling up at an alarming rate, and you have these people telling you why that is, and they're just nonstop, vaccines, and they're telling you and they're showing you what vaccines are causing those cancers, and they ignored it. And they started making teenage vaccines to prevent cancers. Yeah, so this has gone on for years. I'm not sure where a lot of you people have been, but it's absolutely sick and disgusting and disturbing to see these nasty fucking rich, egoic, entitled, spoiled brat kids try to act like they're reporting something new and capitalizing on that. Just like with the fraud they ignored, and then they send out these young kids to capitalize it through their organizations. They capitalize on it. Right, the people doing it, like you take a look at, like Nick Shirley, good example. Right, I mean, if you say something like that to them, they're going to say, no, we really want to expose the fraud. I have nothing to do with the dirty people that committed the fraud, ignored it, or the companies that are going to profit from me going around and exposing this. Right, there are certain channels and stuff, right? Oh, which ones decided to air that on their news channels? I think even Fox. Didn't even Fox have them on, or the news channels? Yeah, so do we have another turning point situation on our hands? Or? And that one's still rolling, really, when you think about it. I'm not really sure what else to say to people. It's so fucking sick and disgusting and disturbing. Well, tell me all about it. Working members of society. Tell me all the fuck about it. Nasty fucking pieces of shit. Augusta, Maine, Governor Hill Mansion. I have 4 children here, and my youngest 2 are in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles. A lot of people are trying to warn them about these things and how dangerous, sick, maniacal people were being. Yeah, so these punks that are fucking our kids, these abusive, nasty people, they're aiding and abetting some of the sickest, worst people so they can get their bidding done, teach people a lesson. Non-vaxxer, bully. There's a whole list, and these fucking punks love it. How do you think they get away with it? The fear propaganda, the people freaking out about the non-vaxxers, they're literally in the street getting shot at, trying to fight for what rights? I know, and then you have people getting them out in the street. Stop it. What are you doing? Don't let them tell you you can't protest. Don't let them tell you you can't swear. I know, people get really caught up on the words. Defamations. Fucking sick, huh? I know, what's it going to take to get the people to report the facts? It's so sad. You see all these doctors and people, and the ones that have been risking their lives to expose that stuff, they try to ignore and cast off in the shadows. And the same ones that got pissed at them for trying to expose the issues with vaccines as though they were traitors. Yeah, back between 2013 and 2017, some of these doctors that decided to actually look into it, and they said, holy crap, hold on. Right, and they realized what was happening. And then those people freak out, like, you're turning on us, you traitor, listening to the witches. They do the same thing to the doctors or anybody else that doesn't want to medicate us and say we have severe OCD that needs to be medicated or we need to be locked up. Yeah, they're sick fucking people, dude. They're sick fucking nasty people. They have been over-medicating people at a very alarming rate, and it's been a huge concern to us for decades. Right, so when you see these people that have been ignoring it and then attacked those doctors for trying to speak the truth back in the day, some of them losing their licenses and getting targeted and having their children targeted, right, those people are now promoting the doctors and people like Tulsi Gabbard who want to speak out about it and say, oh, are you fucking kidding me? I had no idea! Julian Michaels. I had no idea! Dr. Phil. I had no idea! Fucking sick fucks. Got a problem? Proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine need to wake the fuck up and help these kids. What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke you adults are. You responsible, hard-working adults. What a fucking joke. Americans. Anyways, much love, health, and peace to the rest of you. I really hope the proper authorities here in Augusta, Maine do what they're supposed to do to help these children and expose these sick fucking networks. What the fuck are you people doing? Just this shit with the vaccines is so fucking sick and disgusting. And the targeting of innocent people. You just start going down the list as to what the ignorance of these things and the promotion of your sick fucking drugs have been doing to people. Oh, get the fentanyl! Fucking idiots.
Duh, bro, like, what do you mean? I still love them now? I loved them before, to be fair. But, that's it. Yeah, see, as the strongest antibodies in the world, yeah, people don't understand.
Fentanyl, huge problem. Yeah, remember back when Michael Jackson was killed?
Exactly right, bro.
Yeah, same thing.
Bro, it is the year of
And look at what they've been doing with that stuff in the Suboxone.
Dude, did you hear about the TikTok Creator Growth Challenge? What's that? It's a 45-day program designed to help creators.
I know, they're all helping each other and licking each other's assholes, I know.
Sounds like a no-brainer to join. I think so too. Join the Creator Growth.
Just as long as you don't talk about those very important issues.
Hey, someone's pretty confident.
Ow! New groomer? Actually, she used her Care credit card to get a little work done.
Your vet treats people?
Care Credit.
No one likes being arrested, but these two suspects are no solution. Our constitutional rights don't matter. This father-daughter duo say some unbelievable things to the officers. So arrest your own kind of dope. Salazar. This girl has a very unique way of dealing with the officers. Okay, cool.
Let me go! I'll kill you.
This woman's antics are about to shut down the entire airport. But first, this father-daughter duo is about to have a very heated fight with the police. You don't know what's going on.
What's going on? Okay, yes, let me hear one person talk, okay? Okay, so what happened?
Well, this wife came to the car and asked me, is my daughter okay? I said, my daughter's fine. Then the next thing I know, he comes over here and starts screaming. My daughter came back over here because we're eating lunch over there, screaming and hollering at my daughter, screaming and hollering at me. And I told him, I said, listen, get in the car and go to the bottom of you. He goes, oh no, you bother me. I said, I never bother you. Your wife came and asked me, is my daughter okay? Two wolves? Got wolves instead of dogs. That's an odd one. I don't actually really know what I would do with that. I think state by state, different percentages are allowed for a wolf to be in a dog breed. Maybe the editor can help me out here and list some kind of stat. I believe like a full wolf. I think that would be illegal.
So then, and then if we get physical, like, no?
No, it almost got physical.
It almost got physical?
Almost got
Alright.
physical. You wanted to get my face. You kept antagonizing me. Get out of my car.
Okay, was it over, like, the dogs or something?
No.
It was just, I don't... Okay. Alright,
I watched her approach him. I saw this vehicle trying to put his vehicle.
Nobody bothered anybody. This woman came up to me and said, is your daughter okay or is that woman okay? She keeps hollering at me. Well, all three of them over there.
Okay. Well, let me talk to her. We do have the Force Preserve police coming over. They're going to want to speak to you guys. We're just here because we were literally right outside, so that's why we get out here. So this is going to be, I believe, Cook County.
You don't know what county you're in?
We in three counties, State, Cook, and Case, sir.
You know what county you're in? You're a Bartlett police officer. What county are you in?
DuPage, Cook, and Case, sir.
What county are you in?
Right now, this is DuPage County, sir.
You're a Bartlett police officer. What county are you in? It's a real simple question.
Sir, I already explained to you, we fall in
You
three
can't be
counties.
in three counties.
Sir, yes, we are.
Okay. Oh my God. Interesting fight to pick with the cop about counties. Are you guys part of the Democratic swamp or what?
Yeah.
You cannot be in three different counties, do it.
Yes, we can, sir.
No, you can't.
You can't.
No, you
The
can't.
city of Bartlett falls in three counties.
No,
We got Cook
Oh.
County, we got Cook County.
Interesting.
Okay,
Well, that's news to me.
Okay.
So what's behind the fight?
We're standing in DuPage right now. Bartlett, the town, covers three counties.
No. How many times have I been attacked by you clowns? No. I never miss. I have missed.
We're starting to get the picture of why the police were called. They were downplaying it, obviously, but it seems like this woman may have been shouting at people, maybe harassing them, perhaps.
I don't believe for the scenes. No, he's a maniacal clown. He's a maniacal clown.
Literally, they're arguing about counties. Who cares?
It matters to me.
Sean Penn.
Where's your camera?
What's that? For some reason, someone's bringing up. Yeah, I do remember that. That was what, 2017? I think that was around the time we were starting to get harassed by some of the psychos in the Clinton admin and people in the State Department. Really coming down, getting the non-vaxxers, Karens, whatever else they had us labeled with to motivate people. It didn't take much. I mean, so many of the druggies and people were already heavily motivated. And they use that as leverage. Sick people within the State Department's using druggies and people to teach other people a lesson. And have you noticed that those druggies and people move away? They usually do. They move away or they die. Freak accidents happen all the time. Yeah, why do you think they try to be so careful and amp up the protection and people being jealous of them? Yeah, but I remember that was at 2017. Yeah, one of my sisters, one of the psychos actually involved with what happened with the private investigator in 2009 who shot himself. Yeah, that needs to be addressed. I can't believe how these sick fucks have gotten away with what they've been doing. But yeah, 2017, she had gotten pulled over right up the road here, actually. And I remember they called my dad, and he fucking goes running up the road with no shirt on. Mom's like, oh my gosh, he's running up the road with no shirt on, right? Oh yeah, they're running their fucking mouths, you know. They think they own the place. I can't believe it's so embarrassing and disgusting, you know, how a lot of my family members and people... Yeah, disgusting. They've put a lot of people in danger. They've gotten a lot of innocent people killed. Oh, they've hated me since I was 4 years old. When I was 4 years old, it was 1986. But yeah, I remember that. It was 2017. I remember some of the investigators and even the officers kind of say it on the side. You want to see if you can get them to calm down? I know, and if you remember what was going on, yeah, I was trying to get my daughter to a doctor. They were putting shit in my coffee. If you look back, you'll see the hospital records. I know, and if it wasn't already quite alarming with what had happened back in 2012 with the little boy he beat up in the tub, I lost use of an arm for 3 months, dog's leg blew up, trying to tell me my son's going to be a serial killer and kill me, leaving a loaded gun around, trying to set up the cops. Yeah, that never got addressed really either, did it? No, and when you ask these sick fuck criminals protecting the punks, oh, it was just a whack. Little brat probably deserved it. It's disturbing. It's so fucking sick and disturbing beyond your wildest imagination, and I really hope you sick fucking pukes burn in hell forever and ever. I really do. I hope and I pray from the bottom of my achy breaky heart that you motherfucking sick pieces of shit burn in hell for eternity, and that you feel the pain and torture these kids have felt tenfold. It's a heartache, all right. Nothing but a fool's game hits you when it's too late. It's a heartache, nothing but a heartache, standing in the cold rain, feeling like a clown. Well, you see how that shit, then they try to tie those crimes and bullshit to certain people. You see that? Yeah. It doesn't take long to make those associations.
I drink Guinnesses and go to dinner with my nemesis. Have a couple laughs while they plot how to finish this. Interested on how to get up on a wizard list. Senseless, you sense I'm the sensei apprentices. I just all up in the cut. Who you trying to play but us? Like a DJ turning stuff. Who you trying to fool? We all know that shit's unplugged, yeah.
I didn't do my throat clearing exercises this morning, can you tell? Harry fucking Henderson. Sorry. Whoa! Whoa! Ah, not on the broccoli.
Body bag that murdered it. This evidence is evident. We stampede in elephant. We crash out. King bitch. I bitch it's up like elements.
Mahoney. That's what they remind me of, Mahoney and Hightower.
Think your charm can disarm an army. Said it's hard to stop me. I'm far from Audi. Bus when a bus pucks fucking hockey. Heard hot a coffee when Abu Dhabi. And my dick went limp like some loppy toffee. But a body stopped me and I'm tired of talking. You want an accent? Here's a mouthful of cockney. Said you want a ring and you think that I'll drop me. Just for some pussy that'll bust out a box spring. All of the times that you tried to off me. The tables are turned and now the music is off me. You wanted me back so you can kiss me softly. I'd rather jack off than a sock with some hot tea. I'm over and out, but like a walkie-talkie. I'm leaving now, bitch. Try to stop me.
Class was just reading this article. Yes, well, yesterday we looked up some stuff and then they looked up some other stuff. And they said, oh, if you're interested in that, you might be interested in this. You're right. Thank you. So yeah, yesterday we were reading an old newspaper. We stumbled across it under some dust bunnies. Anyways, there was an article in there about, I can't even remember what the article was that had me look this up. It was something to do with the vaccines, yeah. I'm going to have to look it up, but I don't know. For some reason, it made us look up the 1964 and 65, specifically Maine, chicken farm animal injections going on, and specifically 1964 and 65. I'll find the article and show it to you later that sparked this. In 1958, the company was acquired by Star Drug Line, and shortly thereafter a limited number of poultry viruses and vaccines were added to the production schedule. There's 11 more pages if you'd like to read on that. That was 1958. Did you know they didn't even introduce the chickenpox vaccine until 1995? That was the same year people were freaking out about the AIDS bullshit and the vaccines causing cancer, and they snuffed that out with gay guys and monkeys. And everybody got scared. They were sending around the AIDS quilt. Some kids were scared to go near it, touch it, or even breathe in the same air that quilt was in, fearing they may catch the AIDS. Anybody? Anybody? Let's not forget the food pyramid they were pushing. Why wasn't the chickenpox vaccine introduced till 1995? So that was to combat the diseases and illnesses people were getting from the vaccines they were putting in the chickens from the 60s. Right? If you look into it, there's 11 more pages. It's not really funny when you think about it, is it? It's quite disturbing, and then it's scary when you see how many people fear non-vaxxers and have been mandating and acting, I mean, totally fucking cynical and psychotic, and it's very scary to us who understand reality. Anybody? News people? No, you want to promote your Botox and go to spin class. Okay, bye. And not, I guess we'll see you tomorrow reading the same fucking prompter. Getting overpaid, you hard-working American. Fucking sick people, man. Spoon-fed, fucking nasty people. I'm just trying to speak from the heart, man. Give it to me. Oh no! Life is beautiful. Life is beautiful. So yeah, those viruses, yeah, it doesn't always look the same either, different people. I mean, chickenpox virus cannot look like pox at all. It's just like some people who get infected with the Lyme bacteria may not get the bullseye rash. She's still infected. Some of the symptoms of those things, starts on, usually you get rashes on the face, scalp, torso, chest, back. From those initial areas, it can spread rapidly across the rest of your body if you don't nip that in the bud. I wouldn't suggest getting a vaccine. No, I'd suggest some antibiotics, drink some more water, get some antimicrobials into you. Just cut back. Probably cut back on eating the chicken that's been vaccinated and pumped up with a lot of that shit. Just cut back on it. You don't have to. Maybe, I mean, it depends. You know, probably the chain restaurants are a little worse off, like McDonald's chicken nuggets and KFC. Which, ironically, KFC was booming. It was coming into the U.S. in May in 1964 and 65. So, I mean, they had to keep up with the supply and demand. Right, and in the 90s, remember the growth hormone shit? Right, because they were giving these things growth hormones, making them grow faster so they could get more food out to the chain restaurants. I mean, they were selling those nuggets and chicken strips like hotcakes, you know? And where did all the hotcake places go? Yeah, all these nice frickin' diners and hotcake places shut down. Bunch of drive-thrus with retarded meat. Huh. They're interesting articles, though. Thank you for sending that over. When you really start to understand it. Where are chickens from, anyways? Yeah, like, do you ever see, like, a lot of wild chickens? Cat, dog. So modern chickens evolved from the red jungle fowl, which is a wild bird still found in the tropical forest of Southeast Asia. Domestication began roughly 3,500 years ago, sparked by the introduction of dry rice farming, which attracted the wild birds to human settlements. That's fascinating. Jungle fowl. So chickens evolved from jungle fowl from Southeast Asia, which they began to domesticate 3,500 years ago, sparked by the introduction of dry rice farming, which attracted the birds to human settlements. There are some fascinating milestones. Let's read on. Early farmers' regions like present-day Thailand, Myanmar, and southwestern China first domesticated these birds. Interestingly, they weren't originally kept for meat or eggs. Early societies likely valued them for ceremonial purposes. Cockfighting has exotic pets. Isn't that interesting? They were used for ceremonial purposes, cockfighting, and exotic pets. Jungle fowl. Well, I mean, America wasn't even discovered then, right? What was here? Were we just wild beasts roaming the lands? Well, not us, right? It's not us. I don't even think my ancestors were here. Where were yours? Mom says hers came from like Normandy. I have no idea. No, and I don't fucking care. I was born right up the road. My name's Mary. They're fucking the kids. Anybody. It's not a joke. I know. We can laugh and joke and shrug me off like I'm just some crazy person making up lies. It's interesting. It's interesting. I know when people look into it and they start to see it's all facts. And that we're surrounded by drug addicts pill-popping, lying pieces of shit who have a lot of childish beliefs. Yeah, what else 2017 after those? Yeah, calling the ghost hunters. I know. There's people that are listing 2017 stuff. Yeah, I know. It was really bad. We started getting attacked by people in the Clinton administration and other psychos within the State Department. It's pretty bad. And then they were using the fear propaganda with the non-vaxxing stuff. And also the steam and heat that a lot of the druggies and psychos had for us for years. Not that they were jealous, they just don't like us. Yeah, we compromised a lot of their operations way back, and a lot of them did prison time. Yeah, and then we have State Department people fearing the non-vaxxers helping those cartel people and druggies. Yeah, they're helping them. They're fucking our kids, dude. They're making child and animal pornography, and then they feed it out to activists and channels all through the lines, dude. Check it out. And then they try to tie those crimes and stuff to good people, trying to expose the sick fucks that they're protecting. It's confusing, isn't it? Have you ever watched Dragnet? You should watch. It's a good show. It was one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. I did. I remember understanding it very well, actually. It's strange to me when I think back to being 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. A lot of the shows and the movies I was watching, and the books, I was reading Daniel Steele and Stephen King, so yeah, it's what we had. It's what was on the bookshelf. I remember when the encyclopedia salesman came through town and Mom and Dad bought the encyclopedias, and you know what? I don't think those motherfuckers would have even bought it if it wasn't my dad's brother that was selling them, and they just wanted to support drug addicts like they always do. They're always recovering, aren't they? Again? Man, that dude's been in recovery for 20 years now. Relapsing, recovery, relapse. They just need a leg up, man. I know. But anyways, yeah, I remember them turning away other good salesmen when we wanted those books. Nope. Oh, your druggy brother starts selling them, and all of a sudden you guys want to buy them. I still appreciated them. I was fucking glad. Thank goodness, you druggy. Thank goodness you decided to sell some books. Fucking thank God. Thank you. Appreciate you. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Dude, we didn't even have basic cable. The internet? No, it didn't even exist. I didn't even know what it was. Oh my gosh, dude, we had to buy flashers for the cameras. You had to put a flash stick on your camera, and then you couldn't even see the picture after you took it. You had to wait to use the rest of the reel, which had to be used very carefully, only for special things. I was pissed off one time, and I used the rest of the reel. I was so pissed about just dumb. And then the pictures she would want to take pictures of. So I took pictures of her bending over. It's like, oh, use the last 3 pictures. When those got developed, she was so mad. She thought 3 pictures of her ass. She was wearing clothes. I just waited for moments when she was bending over. One, you could actually see ass because her spandex were so like kind of thin. It was black, but it was, the material when it stretches out. And she wasn't wearing any underwear. I still have the picture. You want to see it? Everybody said yes. Everybody. Not one person said they didn't want to. You don't? Oh, okay. You're just being a Poindexter. It's okay. Poindexters are welcome here. I'm a Poindexter sometimes. It's okay. Yeah, it's totally okay. I can be a Poindexter sometimes. having a coffee? What are you doing? Reading these articles. While the red jungle fowl is the primary ancestor, DNA evidence shows that modern chickens also inherited traits like yellow skin through interbreeding with other wild species, such as the gray jungle fowl in India. Over centuries, humans selectively bred these birds to produce more eggs and grow larger and become less aggressive. To dive deeper into the archaeology and genetic studies behind this history, you can explore the comprehensive research outlined in Wikipedia's Chicken History. Wikipedia's okay, or the University of Wisconsin Extension Overview. You're welcome. I know sometimes when we talk really fast and we're being goofy, it can almost sound intoxicated. No, we don't drink alcohol. And we don't take prescription drugs or anything over the counter for that matter. But it slightly makes me a liar because occasionally we do take an antibiotic. Because of our teeth. We have very bad teeth, which affects our speech as well. So no, anybody that wants to try to judge if we've been drinking or or are intoxicated, I know a lot of the experts always laugh at them for that. It can trick you. It can. Don't be fooled. And hopefully you realize that even if I was blackout fucking drunk, it wouldn't matter. I mean, yeah, and that would mean I'd probably have to go to the nut house or get some help. If I was going into blackout drunks, yes. Yeah, I mean, if someone has an issue with alcohol and they're drinking daily, or even sometimes they say binge drinkers. Now, are you talking like once a week, once a month, once every 6 months, once every 5 years, 10 years? I mean, once an alcoholic, always an alcoholic, right? And so what kind of behaviors? Is it just that you don't want alcohol around, they're not supposed to drink, or? I know there's a lot of different issues sometimes people have with alcohol, or just they can't be in the house because of somebody else. Yeah, that happens with weapons too. Sometimes if there's a felon in the house and you're not a felon and you haven't done anything wrong, but you live there, you cannot have your firearm there. No. You can own one, you just can't have it there, right? You have to. It has to be locked up somewhere else. Right, and you can get in trouble for that. What if you didn't know they had a felony? It's up to you to know if the people you're living with. That's, I'm pretty sure, what they'll say. Right, because anybody can play dumb, right? If that were the case, then everybody would just break that law, and then when they got caught, say, I didn't know. You have a felony, dude? What the fuck? They'll even put on a really good show. They might even punch him in the face. Just to make it more believable. I don't fucking know that shit. Well, you do now, and you're gonna get a charge for it. Here's your ticket. You can either just pay it. There's a thing on the back if you want to go fight it. The courthouse is right up the road. Are you fucking serious? Why are you yelling at me? This is not my job. My job is to give you this. Here, take it. You can crinkle it up and throw it. It's still in the electronic system and you're on camera. My eyes can see you and they film everything. Have you seen those eyeball cameras? They're fascinating, aren't they? Not to mention the body cameras and stuff like that. Right, so, yeah, I mean, you can throw a fit, you can crinkle it up and throw it on the ground, you can stomp your feet. You can try to prove I'm intoxicated. That's not going to make a difference either. I could be drunk as shit, man. I could be fucking drunk as shit. It wouldn't fucking matter. And you sit around with your little fucking listening ears and, oh, I heard some slurred speech. Hold on. Oh, man. What fun, huh? What fun. I know, we were actually in training classes back in the day. Yeah, some of the programs and training classes we did, that we had people that would learn how to play inebriated. Yeah, some of you actors and actresses might know what we're talking about. They probably have you take classes on that, huh? Right, because you have to act drunk sometimes, right? I know sometimes they might have you even really drink for the role just to help you loosen up a little bit, huh? I know some jobs you have to drink or have some kind of drug to be able to do the shit you're doing, right? Yeah, we hear people like strippers and murderers say that. Yeah, have you ever seen the movie Blood Diamond? Nicolas Cage is a really good movie. Where are they? In Libya? Is it Libya? Yeah, it might be. You can fact check me. It's a good movie. I think it's based on a true story. I don't remember when he's over there. Right, the drugs and the gunpowder. They used to give him gunpowder, back in the Hitler days. Gunpowder, fentanyl, yeah, it's pretty powerful drugs. A lot of these punks and the groups that are fucking our kids, they would use the catalytic converter dust. Yeah, in those chop shops, when you see the busts and the concerns with that stuff. Yeah, huh? But yeah, I mean, it puts you into a bumpity-bump state. Yeah, I mean, you can murder and do a bunch of stuff and not think twice about it. Not even know if you're awake or asleep. Yeah, kind of like you're tripping. You guys know all about that with your psychedelic parties, learning all about that. That's what those are for. So people have an understanding as to how powerful those things are. And a lot of these people, vulnerable, lower income people, aren't in controlled settings like you sick fucks in your coddled worlds. Prissy, prissy, prissies. Bunch of fucking prissies. There's a unisex, universal word for you pricks. Fucking prissies. Prissies with cocks. Prissies that get knocked. Prissy. Did I say Chrissy? My tongue begets me sometimes. All around the mulberry bush, the monkeys chase the weasels. But yeah, they'd have to give them those drugs so they could kill and do some really sick shit. Yeah, and just not really think too much about it, huh? Oh, it numbs something in the human psyche that makes them. So, I don't know if I wouldn't say cold. I wouldn't say cold. Careless, inhumane, lack of compassion, empathy, yes. Yeah, all of that and more. Yeah, that's what they would give to the soldiers and stuff. Right, because I mean, I personally, I definitely wouldn't be able to do those kind of things without a solid conscience, I definitely... Yeah, I mean, you can follow so many orders, right? I don't know, how many of our own soldiers have we had to throw in jail for misusing and abusing their positions within those systems. Right, and then when you look at what's been going on with the transgender stuff within our military and state departments, I mean, you can really, it's hard to kind of encapsulate all this stuff. But when you understand the ignorance and the promotion of things and how a lot of that could have been prevented, like wars could have been prevented, literally, wars, October 7th, a lot of things could have been prevented if people had woken the fuck up and not played along with a lot of these criminals and hags. I'm just trying to use terminology to help the layman people understand, you know? The never before seen. What the fuck? It's just patronizing. It's fucking patronizing. For real. Right, so this is from the NCBI, the NIH government site. Hold on. Medscape General Medicine. Deaths of detainees in custody of U.S. forces in Iraq and Afghanistan 2002 to 2005. It's abstract. In light of the large number of detainees who continue to be taken and held in U.S. custody in settings with limited judicial or public oversight, deaths of detainees warrant scrutiny. We have undertaken the task of reviewing all known detainee deaths between 2002 and early 2005. And people like us have also noted that the people that have undertaken these tasks have been getting targeted themselves. We have undertaken the task of reviewing all known detainee deaths between 2002 and early 2005 based on reports available in the public domain. Using documents obtained from the Department of Defense through a Freedom of Information Act request, combined with a review of anecdotal published press accounts, 112 cases of death of detainees in United States custody, 105 in Iraq, 7 in Afghanistan, during the period from 2002 to 2005, were identified. Homicide accounted for the largest number of deaths, 43, followed by enemy mortar attacks against the detonation facility, 36. Deaths attributed to natural causes numbered 20. 9 were listed as unknown causes of death, and 4 were reported as accidental or natural. A clustering of 8 deaths ascribed to natural causes in Iraq in August of 2003 raises questions about the adequacy and availability of medical care, as well as other conditions or confinement that may have had an impact on the mortality rate. Under international law and U.S. Army regulations, enemy prisoners of war are entitled to be treated humanely, provided with respect as people, and furnished with sufficient food, a hygienic environment, and necessary medical care as required by the state of their health. The Geneva Conventions entitle them to be free of any form of coercion in attempts to secure information from them and protect them from torture and any form of cruel, inhumane, or degrading treatment. Yeah, I can send this over. not too long of an article here. It's author's case number 67. Name Sierra Muhammad. That was listed as a homicide, gunshot. Yeah, see, it has it broken down different ways, and then for some reason, some of the will list specific. Yeah, number 68, Mullah Habibullah, December 4th, 2002, Bagram, Afghanistan, homicide. It says blunt force. Dilwar, December 10th, 2002, Bagram, Afghanistan. Another blunt force. Yeah, so that goes on. I can send these articles over if you want. Number 73, Abdul Wahid, November 6, 2003. Gershik, Afghanistan, homicide, blunt force. Looks like a lot of these are homicide, blunt force, cardiovascular, natural cause or accident. Some are undetermined. Myocarditis. Looks like some are listed as myocarditis. Name one. Let me see. Myocarditis. Al, number 8, Al Hussein, Bakr Yassin, Rashid Ahmed, January 16th, 2004, and Abu Ghirab. Myocarditis or hypertensive heart. Asphyxia, blunt force trauma. Right, and I think some people got upset with some of those cases where, yeah, some of our soldiers were imprisoned for using excessive force. Some of it was really bad. I don't know if, do you remember when they were showing some of our soldiers? Yeah, they were raping and torturing some people, weren't they? It was pretty bad in some of those places where they uncovered some footage that was released by someone who had maybe a camera they didn't know about. Right, and can you see how in those situations, how if you have maybe third or fourth parties looking into that place with concerns of the soldiers, how the person with the camera videoing what's going on in there can become a target themselves of those other groups. Yeah, so it can get confusing. So yeah, when you have a lot of people, that's why I think they make so much noise with different cases and things, because they know it'll get lost and confused in the mix, and innocent people get targeted and killed all the time when people don't just slow down and actually talk about what the issues and facts are. It's been very scary to us. It's been happening here. Yeah, this is PubMed Central, PMC, NIH, National Library of Medicine, National Center for Biotechnology Information site. It's an official website for the United States government. Yes. PMID 17415327. PMCID PMC 1868355. The PMID again, sure. 17415327. Yeah, Scott Allen, Josiah Rich, Robert Books, Bassiana Fartenbaum, Matthew Burns, and Leonard Rubenstein. Oh, and a lot of vagina. I'm just kidding. Thank you. You're welcome.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's a nice day. Wind's blowing a little bit.